Quantum physics is where science and spirituality finally meet. It's like the bridge between the physical world we see and the unseen energy that surrounds everything. So most people think that science and spirituality are two totally different things. But quantum physics actually proves that spiritual principles been real this whole time. You know what I mean? So the more scientists study the quantum world, the more they start sounding like mystics. You feel me? So let's start with the observer effect. In quantum mechanics, they found that just observing a particle can change how it behaves. This means that your awareness actually shapes reality. That's the same thing spiritual teachers have been saying for centuries. Your thoughts, your attention, your energy, it all impacts the world around you. So you don't just live in the universe, you're actively shaping it. We've been saying this shit. Now, look at the entanglement, man. This is when two particles become connected in such a way that they can affect each other instantly. I just wanted to do that. But anyways, even if they're light years apart, that means distance don't even matter. You know what I mean? You don't even cover it. Does that sound familiar? So that's the spiritual idea that we're all connected. Everything is energy. Everything is one. What you do to one part of the system affects the whole system. I.e., I am everything and everything is me. You feel me? So you think a thought. Hold on. Let me start up. So you think a thought over here and something shifts over there. You know what I mean? That ain't magic now. That's quantum entanglement. That's what they calling it. You feel me? But then there's wave-particle duality, right? So scientists have discovered that light and matter can exist as both particles and waves at the same time, but they only pick a state when you observe them. That means reality exists in a state of potential until you focus on it. You know what I mean? Like they said, the outcome of the cat in a box. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you don't know if it's dead until you open it. Because it could not. It might be alive. It's never, the reality didn't split until you opened it, man. If you know what I'm talking about, man, just drop it in the comments, man. But if not, hey, somebody in the comments will help you out. I got to keep on going. All right, now. So, like I said, everything exists in a state of potential until you focus on it, right? So, spiritually, that's manifestation. That's intention, and that's also the law of attraction. You don't see something because it's real. You make it real by focusing on it. Even the idea of multiple realities or parallel universes, you know what I'm saying, the different dimensions, is backed by quantum theory. You know what I mean? So every decision you make can split reality into another version of you living a different outcome. That lines up with ancient beliefs that reality is layered and multidimensional. You could be living one path here and a whole another path somewhere else in another realm. You know what I mean? It sounds wild, but quantum physics says it's possible. But spirituality been saying it's possible. So, you know what I'm saying? We ain't judging, you know what I'm saying? They catching up, you know what I mean? Each one teach one. They finally... Really, what it is they finally realized that they can't hide the information from us no more. So they trying to put it out and make it seem like they was the ones giving it to us this whole time. But anyways, I digress. But here's the crazy part. Science still can't explain why any of this works. They just know it does, right? So that's because we ain't just dealing with physical laws, man. We're dealing with consciousness, man. We're dealing with intention. We're dealing with spirit. We're dealing with, you know what I mean, spirituality. So we're dealing with the cosmic realms, you know what I'm saying, the cosmic realms of the astrals, you know what I'm saying. We're dealing with all this, man. We're dealing with it all. All right, so quantum physics proves that the universe is intelligent and responds to energy. It responds to awareness. It responds to thoughts. That ain't no superstition. That is actually measurable. So when people say energy doesn't lie, or you attract what you are, you know what I mean? That's not just spiritual talk. That's quantum reality. You know what I'm saying? Or I should say, you ain't got to worry about if you can't lock in with somebody on a spiritual tip, then you should probably just talk to them about quantum physics so they can motherfucking be like, oh, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's just quantum reality, man. So, you're literally vibrating at a certain frequency. And that frequency draws in experiences that match it. Your thoughts carry energy. Your emotions carry energy. So your thoughts and emotions going to carry the energy that you're experiencing right now. That's why they say change your thoughts. Change your thoughts. Okay? You like a signal tower, man. Constantly broadcasting and receiving, man. So the more we learn about quantum physics, the more we understand that the universe is not just physical stuff. It's vibration, frequency, and consciousness. That's what spirituality been saying this whole time. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual teachers, the ancient cultures, and the indigenous people, who is us, by the way, black folk. You know what I mean? We've been saying this shit, man. Science is just now catching up, man. So don't let people tell you that being spirituals mean you don't believe in science, because they just dumb as hell saying stupid shit like that. And if they really saying that, they just trying to steer you off the path, man. More than likely, it's an agent of the government trying to get you to do something they don't want you to do. You know what I mean? Or trying to get you to do something other than what you're doing, which is what they don't want you to do. Well, I just had to break that down in my head anyway. You know what I mean? So, being spiritual means you understand science on a deeper level. You know that reality isn't just about what you can touch, what you can feel, what you can sense, and what you believe. Now, that's quantum. That's spiritual. And that's powerful. So, you're not a random person floating through space. You're a conscious being co-creating your life with the universe. You know what I'm saying? That's my life featuring the universe. You know what I mean? Shit. But really it's more like the universe featuring my life type shit. You know what I mean? Hey. So, quantum physics is the proof, man. For all of the non-believers, man. All of the people that just wanted to look at the spiritual people like they crazy. Take your ass over to the motherfucking science lab. Get to discovering some quantum physics. And, you know, meet us in the middle. You know what I'm saying? When you get there, because we've been past there, so we're really reaching back for you. Come on back. Bring your ass up here. All right, and on that note, I'm out.